Early this morning, Russian air forces launched an attack using Kh-101 air-launched cruise missiles in Dnipropetrovsk. Pokrovsk direction. Logistics in this direction are extremely difficult, and soldiers have to pass directly under enemy FPV drone attacks. In this incident, thanks to military luck and timely detection, no one was injured.
Леха, готовь последний путь.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe and like.
Живые, промазываю. Все, давай. Ёбаный. Я хуею, что за херня?
Russian reconnaissance drones spotted a Ukrainian soldier dressed in civilian clothing. After calculating the coordinates, the attack drone moved in, and just as it was about to strike the house, the soldier, hearing the drone's sound, came outside. The drone and the soldier encountered each other in the house's garden. A Russian drone attack destroyed a Ukrainian armored vehicle in seconds. The crew of the armored vehicle recorded the burning vehicle on video. A video proving how powerful and effective the Russian drone is. A Russian soldier documented a German-made military helmet used by the Ukrainian armed forces in this way. Meanwhile, it is also clearly visible that the helmet has been pierced by a bullet. Russian UAV operators are destroying enemy engineering equipment. UAV operators affiliated with the Sever Group struck Ukrainian excavators building defensive lines in the Sumy region. Footage of the downing of a Ukrainian Baba Yaga UAV in the Sumy region. The Ukrainian UAV was hit by a Russian drone just as it was dropping its full payload. However, the payload still fell to the ground. Don't forget to join our Telegram group. A powerful explosion in the middle of a field. 5 aerial bombs and 51 anti-tank mines left over from World War II were destroyed in the Leningrad region. According to the Ministry of Emergency Situations, the dangerous objects were found by eyewitnesses near a train station in the Tosnensky district. This is a shelter belonging to Ukrainian forces, and it contains a large amount of powerful ammunition. This is a Russian fiber optic drone. The Russian drone destroyed the shelter and the ammunition inside it in a single strike. The powerful explosion could be heard even from a long distance. Kharkiv region. A unit attached to the 41st Motorized Rifle Brigade of the 44th Army Corps destroyed a Ukrainian armed forces position where enemy personnel were located. FPV UAVs hit the target with precision, leaving the enemy no chance. Advanced air controllers detected the location of Ukrainian artillery, and then an attack helicopter sent an X-39 there. As usual, the LMUR destroyed the Ukrainians' PVD. Footage of the Garan-2 kamikaze UAV approaching and striking its target at an enemy facility identified in Chernihiv on September 20th, 2025.
Да.
Special forces are supporting the offensive near Chasiv Yar, burning enemy armored vehicles. In the Verol-Yubivka area between Kramatorsk and Chasiv Yar, reconnaissance Russian units are tracking and destroying enemy armored vehicles. The UAV crew of the 132nd Motorized Rifle Brigade, part of the 51st Guards Combined Arms Army of the Russian Armed Forces, struck Ukrainian Armed Forces personnel with the help of FPV UAVs. Accurate strikes that caught the enemy in shelters, wooded areas, and open skies proved that the brigade's UAVs could penetrate anywhere and deprive the enemy of any security opportunities. This reflects the brigade's relentless accuracy and coordination, weakening the morale and position of the Ukrainian armed forces. The crew of the Ka-52M reconnaissance and attack helicopters are shooting down Ukrainian drones with 30mm 2A42 cannons. It's very precise work. The D-30 strike hit an area in the village of Chervona Zirka, Kharkiv Oblast, where military support was located. At the same time, it attempted to penetrate through dense trees using FPV drones, but was unsuccessful. Therefore, artillery strikes were prioritized, and the target was destroyed. Another Ukrainian tank was destroyed by the Northerners. The operators hit the tank firing from a bunkered position, and a loud explosion was heard after several FPV drone attacks. Operators of attack UAVs of the 132nd Independent Guard Motorized Rifle Brigade of the Southern Group destroyed a Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV checkpoint near the village of Dilivka. After the checkpoint was hit by the fiber optic drone, the personnel inside took refuge in another house. However, Russian drone operators detected their location and carried out a strike operation on that house as well. UAV operators of the 6th Motorized Rifle Division mined a road behind the Ukrainian armed forces in Donetsk. Russian security services told TASS that an American M113 armored personnel carrier was destroyed, along with a Ukrainian paratrooper. Another BMP-1, which came to rescue the crew of the M113 armored personnel carrier, also hit a mine. Then a Russian attack drone arrived and delivered the final blow, reducing the armored personnel carrier to scrap. A Russian fighter fought an FPV drone of the Ukrainian armed forces at extremely close range. The Russian fighter realized he was being followed by the drone. He quickly got out of the vehicle and tried to shoot down the drone with his rifle. Shooting down an extremely fast-moving drone is not an easy task. During reconnaissance in the vicinity of Vovchansk, the movement of a group of Ukrainian soldiers was revealed. Taking shelter in a garage, the Ukrainian soldiers thought they were safe. A few minutes later, a Russian FPV drone attacked the building and destroyed it. From the border village of Pavlovka, Sumy region, towards the Russian state border, a Ukrainian armed forces column from the IMR and Western-made armored vehicles advanced. In the vicinity of the village of Novy Put, the Ukrainians were attacked. Engineering vehicles were destroyed. Soldiers' reaction to a spilled bottle of water. Water is life, especially at the front, when the temperature outside is +30 and above. Soldiers at the front need at least 4 to 5 liters of water a day because of the heat, armor, shelling. But this is theory. In practice, every sip is worth gold. Near Konstantinovka, operators of the 27th Artillery Regiment dismantle American-made equipment. The armored vehicle, abandoned by its crew, was reduced to scrap by the precision strike of several FPV drones. FPV UAV operators of the 51st Guards Army's 80 Sparta Orb on the outskirts of the village of Dimitrov found and destroyed the UAV control center of the 3rd Assault Battalion of the 92nd Independent Assault Brigade of the AFU, with the help of a kamikaze UAV. Ukrainian forces' UAV operators tried to escape, but Russian FPV UAVs destroyed the building where their UAV control center was located. In the Sumy region, Ukrainian forces tried to move an assault group with mobile equipment towards the Russian state border. The target entered the reconnaissance UAV lens, and FPV UAV operators of the 810th Separate Guard Regiment of the Zhukov Marine Brigade destroyed the Ukrainian ATV. The artillery of the Southern Forces Group destroyed the bridge and manpower of a group of Ukrainian Armed Forces infantrymen in the village of Ivanopil. This is how the precision artillery strikes were reflected on the objective camera. "11 GV ODSHBR snipers ambushed Ukrainian Armed Forces personnel in the Sumy region. The video appears to show Ukrainian soldiers' shelters and fortifications being raided. Russian armed forces captured the fortifications and shelters as a result of intense attacks. They also captured many Ukrainian soldiers. The footage has been re-edited to comply with YouTube community guidelines. Stay tuned to watch unique operation videos from Russian Special Forces.
Контролю больницу! Контролю больницу! Твоя!
Don't forget to join our Telegram group.
Пусти, уходи, ползи! Ползи, блядь! Пусти, сколько... На коленях ползи, сука, на коленях ползи, как оружие. Давай, давай, выползай.
Drone operators belonging to the North Group are destroying enemy vehicles using FPV drones. You forgot your suitcase. Russian UAV operators destroyed enemy electronic warfare equipment using FPV drones via fiber optics.
Я ж говорю, помнишь, когда на Драмашском поле тянутся провода, эти волокна?
Kupiansk direction. Footage of the destruction of an ammunition depot belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces. Special forces and motorized riflemen affiliated with the Sever Group are destroying Ukrainian armed forces' firing positions in the border region. The footage shows Ukrainian armed forces mortar crews being destroyed near the settlements of Iskryskivshchina, Basovo, and Katnoye. More footage of the highly successful work of the drone operators of the Steel Guard, 144th Division, Krasnolymansk direction. Russian drone operators destroyed all Ukrainian forces' vehicles in this direction. Some vehicles appeared to be civilian, but were identified as being used by Ukrainian soldiers. Sometimes soldiers hide in civilian vehicles or can appear to be civilian. Share your thoughts on this topic in the comments. Numerous vehicles destroyed. Krasnolymansk direction. Two assault units from the 144th Motorized Rifle Division are leveling the enemy fort with its personnel, bombarding it with heavy high-explosive shells and grenades, followed by light weapons. Footage of the attack was recorded second by a reconnaissance UAV. Russian soldiers fearlessly approach the shelter and blow it up by throwing explosives inside.